Hello, happy Wednesday. I made it here to the office for my weekly adventure out to do some administrative things that I can only do here at the business office. And I wanted to take the opportunity to just encourage you here in the middle of the week and to invite you to join us for our Bible study tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. We do this on our Zoom channel. And I sent out an email earlier with that information. But if for some reason you did not get that and want to join us tonight, please let me know and I will send you the information. As I got here in the synagogue, it's still a little cold, so that's why I'm keeping my scarf on because we don't have the heat up in the building. Although I did put on my little space heater here in the office while I am working. So as I was preparing to come in, a verse came to mind from Matthew, a verse that is familiar to all of us. And I realized that we are now a little over a month into this stay-at-home order that we have been given here in our nation and actually around the world. Think about it, it's just a little over a month ago that we were last together. And on that Saturday night, we celebrated the holiday of Purim. Can you believe it? A month has passed. On the one hand, it seems like only yesterday we were together celebrating Purim. But for most of the time, it seems like a long, long time ago that we were together. And I understand that this stay at home has made a great impact on many of us. For some, you are actually thriving in this stay at home. You are enjoying this time. It has been a time of resetting for you. Perhaps you have picked up some new hobbies and pastimes that you are really, really enjoying. But I also know that for many, many, many of us, this has put a strain on us in many areas of our life. For those who have the privilege to be able to continue to work at home, I know many of you have told me that your workload has increased. Some of you are getting very few hours of sleep at night because you are working so hard, more than you would work if you had to go into your brick and mortar job. And for others who live alone, this has just really put a strain on you. You are struggling emotionally, trying to navigate through the fact that you are in your house alone and you don't get to see other people on a regular basis. And I know there's a range of emotions that we could be going through as people. Some of us are angry because we have no control over what is happening in our life. There is frustration that many are experiencing, and others are just struggling to maintain their spiritual connection to God, even though you now have more free time than before. And so there's this wide range of emotions that we are all facing, and we all have questions about what's going on, and are looking forward to when we will be able to be released from our homes. I'm sure many are thinking you wish you lived in Georgia because they're going to start opening up their state this weekend. And I know that there are a lot of questions still, at least in our household, about everything that's going on. We have more questions than answers about this whole situation and how it has unfolded. Yet we are doing what we have been asked to do, and that is we are staying in our homes, as are many of you. And as I said, all of this puts a strain on our emotions, on our mental state, our spiritual being. Maybe there's even some tension in your relationships in your home. You know that being together 24/7 is not quite what you thought it would be. And I just wanted to encourage you in the midst of all of this, the words of Yeshua in Matthew, a passage that is familiar to most of us. In fact, most of you could quote this verse with me. He says, "Come to me, come to me." And the rest of the verse goes, "All you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And I want to focus on those first three words, "come to me," because I really believe that Adonai is saying to each and every one of us, "Come to me." in the midst of this situation that you find yourself in, where you are frustrated, where you are overwhelmed, where you do not know what to do, Adonai says, come to me. He says, come to me with your pain. Come to me with your frustration. Come to me with your anger. Come to me with your uncertainty of your future. Come to me with your financial needs. Come to me with your physical needs. He says, I am the great I am, and I am more powerful than any human being on this earth. I am more powerful than anything that you see in the world around you. And I am not put off and not caught off guard by what is going on in your world. But he says, it is time for you to truly come to me. Come to me, because it is in me that your life will find true meaning. And it is in me that all of these issues you're facing, the emotions, the mental state, the spiritual things that you are struggling with, Adonai says, it is in me that you will find true rest, and you will find yourself. You will find who you really are meant to be when you come to him. So I know that it is tough, because there might be such a mental strain and emotional strain on you. But I pray that throughout the rest of the day, you would truly hear the words of your loving Father saying, come to me. Come to me. And I can just see that picture of a father and a little child just climbing up to sit in their father's lap. And I believe that that's what God is saying, that he is calling his creation, men and women, young people, children, to come to him and to know him like we've never known him before, and to embrace him like we've never embraced him before. Because even as we come out of this stay-at-home order, life is still going to have some challenges with it. And we don't know what our future is going to look like in the world that we will be navigating through. But we do know that if we find ourselves in him, if we put ourselves securely in his arms, that we will be able to navigate through anything. So hear the word of the Lord, and don't just hear with an ear, but hear with a heart to respond and say, I'm coming, Abba. I'm coming to you. And may you find great rest in him. I hope Rabbi Michael and I will see you tonight in our study. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.